What's up, guys? Just wanted to share a bit of a lesson from today, because could have turned into a very, very expensive mistake. My mum has got a roof that continues to leak, and it's been causing quite a lot of problems, quite a bit of aggro. She's had a couple people out before to have a look at that roof to sort of see what the issue is. And she's had it treated both times and nothing has stuck. And then when she's tried to claim on any warranty that she had for that work, those companies had gone bust. So there was basically nowhere for her to go. And no one really for her to legally go after, because those companies don't exist anymore. So she's having this roof looked at again. And she had a couple of guys come out and take a look at it, and they gave her this breakdown of a quote, and they came across very well. They did come across very well, but then so did the last guys. And when I started asking a few questions, because I didn't want my mum to get burned again for this problem roof that we've got here, and I thought, okay, well, let me check on the company. So I went on Company's House and I pulled up the company and I checked when it was incorporated. And it has been incorporated only about 6 months ago. So this is a very new company. And because of that, there are no company accounts filed. So there's no way for me to check the credit history, the accounts history to sort of see the company health. There's no way for me to see that. There was I went to the directors, looked into their previous history as well, each one of them. One of the directors, this was his first company ever, so not really much to go by. The second one, however, he'd had a company previously, and that company had a compulsory strike-off, and that immediately made me a little bit concerned, because if it's had a compulsory strike-off, then that is an indication of someone who they were either in trouble and then they just abandoned the company and just allowed it to have its notice to strike and then get compulsory strike-off, and they just let the company get dissolved, or they were just disorganized and they didn't file their accounts on time, or they found a reason to deliberately not do that. Either way, it's something that would require further inquiry. It's not a complete deal breaker, but it was a bit of a red flag. And then the next thing that really sealed the deal for me was when I asked about what sort of assurances they were going to offer for the roof. My mum told me that these guys said they're not providing a warranty for the work they're doing on the roof, but the warranty is provided by the company that they're getting their materials from. And I thought, that sounds a bit off and a bit weird. And I looked into it a little bit further, and sure enough, yeah, my spidey senses were correct. And as it turns out, that's not good at all, because the warranty that exists with the company that's distributing the materials, it will be valid as long as that company is alive and well, but only for any issues with the materials themselves. That won't cover the workmanship. So if there's another problem with the roof and it's got nothing to do with the quality of the materials, and it's to do with the way that it was put together, the way that it was fixed, and then this company goes bust or gets deliberately closed down because people are coming after them, then we've got no way of claiming on it. We've got no way of claiming on the warranty. And the price that they were going to ask was £16,000 for all this work. And Mum almost was at the point of paying it, until we were, stood together in the kitchen and we were talking about what was going on. And I didn't want her to get burned a third time. So I was like, right, well, we got to talk about what's going on here. You've got to share some of these details with me. And I'm so glad that we went into it, because now we're really thinking that this is not the right move. This is not a good idea. We need to find a different company that can look at the roof for us, that can get it sorted with the correct warranties in place, and you know, with a good filing history, no CCJs, no funny business, because, you know, we've had this enough. We've had this enough. And I just thought I'd share that with everyone, because that's the kind of thing where a lot of people who aren't used to working with trades, they wouldn't do that level of due diligence. There's more due diligence that you really should also do, but at that point it was kind of enough. And you know, we knew that we shouldn't really be proceeding at that point. But yeah, guys, I mean, if you guys are working with trades at all, make sure that you're doing your DD. There's other checks that you should also be doing. I'm not going to go into that now because this is already getting a little bit long. But I just wanted to share that story. I hope that's helpful. If you guys want to work with me, drop me a line. Happy to help. I'll speak to you soon.